So, if anyone remembers the white controller, PS4 controller I recently got, well, it has a connecting problem. So, um, apparently followed YouTube's videos and such, and advice and stuff like that, and nothing. Yeah, nothing. Now, these controllers work fine. That's one that works. Apparently that actually was my first controller. This one was my second controller, but it was a bit dodgy with the, these buttons. So apparently my third controller, I actually did do a bit of art to it. To be that Deadpool sort of thing, but apparently I got the wrong marker. Personally, I'm after the Poscom Mars for that. So anyway, yeah, back to the PS4 thing, white controller. You basically, like, say for example, you got like, now, apparently the advice says to hold this and this, and it flickers or whatever, and it basically suggests to turn the console off and such, and look through certain things, like unplugging your PS4 and such, and turning it off and whatever. I've tried all that. I've tried a lot, basically, that it told me, and nothing works. I've tried the USB cable. It doesn't work. Cause, when I turn my console on, the light goes orange, on my white one, and then it just goes off after that. So apparently when I basically press this, the light would flicker on, off, on, off, on, off with the white one. So I couldn't connect it. Apparently I've got in touch with a game shop that basically is that we do chat a lot of stuff about. Apparently that's why I send my stuff in to get fixed. Now apparently he basically asked if I went through all that stuff and whatever, and I said yes, I did try to reset it. And nothing, apparently. It didn't do anything. I tried everything, it just didn't do it. That's that issue. So apparently some controllers just won't connect, at all. So that's why I think it's a fault or something when they, Sony made it, which they suck at. They actually suck when it comes to console, controllers. Now, apparently, a couple are always dodgy, and a couple are not so dodgy. Now, apparently, back to the controllers that I've got. This one's fine. This one's got no issues. That was my first controller, again. That one was fine. So, that one had no issues, when I played on it. Now, yeah, so apparently back to the old ones. This one had, the button fire problems, with the, with the actual gameplay, and basically it did actually have an analog stick issue as well, because it would do something I don't want it to do. Like it would just scroll all the way to the top or something on the analog stick. So apparently that had two problems. That one only had a game issue, where it would have the analog stick issue. So that would have that issue. So it's like if you're playing RE2 Remake or something like that, it would act stupid. And on Minecraft, again, it would act stupid. The rotation would go around or whatever. It's a fault, again, in the analog stick and that. But the white one has a whole connecting problem. So I don't know the whole issue with it. I don't know what other problems the white one will have. So I would have to look into the faults after Super Games World looks into it to see what the to see if they can actually connect it and actually get it to connect again to consoles to be able to look into it. I'm thinking it's something inside the controller. I think itself, that's the reason probably why it's not connecting. I do think it's something inside the white controller that's causing the connecting problem. Because most controllers don't get tested, and, you know, most don't get tested at all, and by Sony. And they just don't fix the issues in the controllers before selling them. So, which is a bummer because I like that controller. It's white, it's nice. It's different than my other controllers because it's a different color, such. And apparently I like controllers in different colors. Because the black ones are more basic, apparently. They're more basic to have. No, the black ones are old. My Charizard one is also old as well because that came with the Shadow one, because we got Shadow on there. So apparently that is old. Those two are actually older. They actually came with the ps4 when I first got it, so they are old. The red controller is not as old as the others, because that came sometime after. So the white one I only got a couple days ago, so I'm hoping they look into the issues and such with the white one again. So, like, to see if there's any faults with the white one, if they actually manage to connect the white one, then, and then they could see if the white one has any faults, when it comes to gameplay, like, if it has any, you know, like, analog stick faults, and if it does, then it definitely would have a fault. If it doesn't, then it doesn't have a fault. So that's one thing that I have to look into, most likely, but I'd probably test the fault myself, I think, to see if it has any analog stick faults, but I don't think you can fix the analog stick faults because, again, that's Sony's fault. They don't fix that issue, so so I'm hoping that white one does get sorted, and such, so, I just hope. I really hope. I actually hope it does just get sorted. I really do, because, if it does get sorted, then I'll be able to use, that white one, because I don't see me using this one as a third controller because I do charge two at a time, because two would need to charge and the other one would be to, you know, like, mess with to actually charge, so there's that. So yeah, and I'm actually hoping that things get sorted or something, so yeah.